There's a song by one of my favorite bands, The Strokes, called Someday, that I was listening to the other day. And aside from being an all-around great song, there's a lyric in it that inspired me to make this video. And it goes like this. Now this video is either called My Ex Says I'm Lacking in Depth or something else if I decided to change the name that I don't know yet. But fret not, because my ex never said I was lacking in depth. It was just hotly contested in the Strokes community whether this lyric was Maya says I'm lacking in depth or my ex says I'm lacking in depth. And it was Maya. But that doesn't make for as good of a title. Ignore that if the title is different. But the message of this video is that no one is lacking in depth. Sometimes I'll talk to people and this repeated sort of socially accepted shit talking comes up and it goes something like this. So my friend will bring up a name, or I'll bring up a name, and then my friend will be like, ugh, that guy's so surface level, or that girl's so shallow, they have no depth to them. They're just... And before I would kind of agree and be like, yeah, I don't really see myself vibing with them. I'm me and I like to have real deep conversations. They just like to talk shit about other people and drink and fuck around and shit. And I'm not like that, so yeah, I agree with you, bro. But is it not true that when we say that those people are surface and shallow level, it's only because we know them on a surface, shallow level? Everyone has a story. I'd say that everyone is fighting some kind of battle that they don't want to talk about. Do you really think you're the only one that struggles, that you're the only one going through some kind of battle? Of course not. Why would you and your close friends be the only ones that are going through something? And I know that those people that we might say are shallow and lacking in depth, simply they haven't opened up yet. Now this isn't I can fix your situation, it's just a message that you're not above anyone else. I have a mindset that yeah, I might have 150,000 subscribers on YouTube, but by no means does that make me cooler, better, or more likable than anyone else. Not that anyone thinks that, but the only way I'm above you is if you want to do YouTube too, and in that way I am just ahead of you. I won't even say that I'm above you. All I've done is share my story and tried to be authentic, and thousands of people watch. What makes you think you can't do that too? Why would that make me any way above you? It doesn't. I think to say that someone is lacking in depth is quite a hypocritical statement to make, because it needs to be a very egotistical statement to make. Let's talk about two ego traps now. The first is the spiritual/religious ego trap. This one's talked about some bit, but most people turn to religion and spirituality for hope and faith, amongst other reasons, of course. And one of the main goals, although it's not explicitly stated, is a diminishing of the ego. That's why the Bible says to love thy neighbor as thyself. Pride is one of the 7 deadly sins, and a main message of most scriptures is to care more about other people, to help others, to care less about me. But have you ever heard someone boast about how spiritually enlightened they are? Or that they're better than so-and-so because I go to church and he just does hedonistic shit? I'm actually doing something with my life. That's the spiritual trap. Claiming superiority over anyone or anything because you are further along on your spiritual/religious journey than someone else might be. I don't really think anyone is superior to anyone. If you take 100 people from all across the world, strip them naked, this is going somewhere, don't be weird, and you take away all their possessions and made them forget everything about who they are and where they came from, they are all equal. The only things that make us appear above each other are social constructs, and with no humans around, they don't exist. So with the main message of spirituality and religion to have less ego, the next time you think you're above someone for being more spiritual or religious, hey, they're on their journey. I want to walk alongside with them. I don't want to be, I'm ahead of them. Hey, I'm doing something in my life. They're not. They're hedonists. No. The next trap is the self-improvement trap. This one is probably not talked about as much, but it's just, again, thinking you're above someone because you're on self-improvement and they're not. And I was in this trap a couple months ago. Some months ago, I made a video called Why Toxic People Have More Friends Than You. And my viewpoints have since changed. Looking back, I'd say I made that video because I was dealing with some loneliness at the time and I wanted to feel better about myself. And what I was talking about was that how come I don't have so many friends but people that are shallow and lack in depth and just drink and kiss each other have so much friends, many friends. And I told myself, because I was jealous that they're not actually having fun and their relationships aren't actually deep and real like my relationships and your relationship should be. I was trying to claim superiority over them because they were living a different lifestyle than me. When we're jealous of people, we bring them down. And that's what I did. I brought these people down because I was jealous and I wanted to feel better about myself. That's why people talk shit, out of jealousy at the end of the day. If you weren't jealous, you wouldn't care. And to fix this trap, I just reminded myself of a simple fact that every human on the planet more or less has the same exact goal: happiness. Is that not true? Is not almost everything we do, be it physical, mental, everything we do, you can kind of trace back to, I hope this makes me feel good and doesn't make me feel bad. Everything we do, we have that same goal. Yeah, you might choose to exercise over doing something that's like instantly feeling good, but because you know in the long run, the exercise is gonna make you feel better than doing that thing that makes you feel good immediately. That's why we're not all drug addicts. No one wants to feel bad. And I have one rule for happiness that I want to share with you. I don't have to be happy all the time. Of course, you know that no one is happy 24/7, 365. It just doesn't work like that. But I know that if I can go to sleep and my head hits the pillow and I'm like, yo, I tried my best today, what else can I do? And that's more than enough for me. But that's just the day by day. I know week by week and months by months, I am trying my best. And everyone is trying their best. Remember the lyric? Maya says I'm lacking in depth. Shit, I will try my best. You can't say someone's lacking in depth because, bro, we're all trying to just be good and be happy. So how are you gonna say, like, if someone said that to me, I'd be like, shit, I will try my best to not lack in depth. So with this knowledge that everyone is trying their best to be happy, and even those people that are shallow and lack in depth, I cut them some slack. I don't let myself claim superiority over them. They have friends, maybe more friends than me. Hey, good for them. I genuinely hope they're happy because I have my friends and that's all I need. I hope that whatever they're doing is actually making them happy because I am in no way above them. I think we like to think ourselves above other people, again, because we are jealous that they have something that we don't, and we bring them down to make ourselves feel better, because that is absolutely what I did. I've been on self-improvement for 4 years now, since I was 13. And I talk to my friends sometimes that are also on this journey and they struggle and they tell me about it. And I'm like, first of all, I'm kind of like, wow, I've come a long way. I used to struggle like that. I don't struggle like that anymore. But just makes me also know that we're all on a journey. I can sympathize with them. I was there at some point. I am not above them. I am just ahead of them. And having that simple mindset of I am ahead of them, not above them, lets you navigate the world in such a more loving way. Because if you see everyone as just a competition, as trying to compare yourself to them, you're not gonna feel good, man. You're just not. We're all on this journey together. So instead of trying to jump ahead of everyone and push people out of the way, bro, just grab their freaking hand and walk with them. That sounds so cheesy. If someone were to tell you that you're lacking in depth, if you're secure in yourself, like if someone told me that, I'd be like, nah, I'm not. But if you're not secure in yourself, that's really gonna bring them down. Just whoever says it, Maya in this case, she's lacking something on the inside. She is jealous of something that you have, and she wants to bring you down because you hurt her, or again, you have something that she doesn't have. So she's gonna tell you that you're lacking in depth. Again, that's why the Bible says, turn the other cheek when someone's talking shit to you. Now, if you really did do something really messed up and someone's talking shit about you for that, drop your ego and apologize. But other than that, don't let jealous people affect you. Just remember that no one is lacking in depth and everyone is trying their best. I love you, The Strokes. Have a beautiful rest of your day.